Getting ready for the FedEx 400 benefiting Autism Speaks for tomorrow's race here at Dover International Speedway. We welcome Jimmie Johnson, driver of the number 48 Lowe's Madagascar Chevrolet, for tomorrow's event. Jimmie, talk a little bit about your second place qualifying run out there today.
Yeah, just real happy with the speed we've had in the race car. We felt like in race trim we had what we needed to, but lacked a little bit yesterday in our mock runs. And Chad made some great adjustments on the car. My lap was pretty strong. I knew off the corner, off of 2 and 4, that I just couldn't get the power down due to being loose, and I left a little on the table. I felt like it was more like a tenth and a half that I left out there, and Mark found 5 thousandths. So it was just a little bit, but happy for Lowe's Chevrolet. We have a very cool paint scheme on the race car this weekend, and excited to have Madagascar 3 on there. Hopefully the kids tune in. I know my daughter will be watching with excitement, and we'll just go racing. I mean, Mark's one heck of a wheel man, and he continues to show it. So believe me, I hate getting beat, but I'll deal with it to Mark Martin.
We'll open it up for questions here in the Media Center for Jimmie. Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start in the back with Mike.
Choice Hotels, 2 stays pays. Stay 2 separate times.
Mike Hembry, speed.com. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Jimmie, can you imagine way down the road when you're as old as Mark Martin cutting the kind of laps that he still can do in these cars?
I hope that I can, and I've been able to pick his brain and understand him on many levels. And one, his passion for the sport. He's tried to retire a few times and just can't do it, so that fire still burns in him. The other part that's really cool is he created this opportunity. He's wanted to run a limited schedule. He's been able to do it a couple times, and he's found a great situation there at MWR. And then mentally and physically, the work that he puts in and has put in over the years keep him in this position. There are guys decade younger than he is with back issues, with knees. I mean, and not singling anybody out, but guys with knee issues, back issues at a much younger age. And Mark's worked through some of those issues himself, but has worked hard on his physical fitness. And I think if you're strong physically, it also is good for the mind. And he's covered those bases and continues to show it.
Okay, our next question will go right here to your left.
Chad Leistico, USA Today. Last time you were here, you just talked about how you hate to lose. Kurt Busch got you at the finish in October. Can you talk about what you remember about that race and maybe how you'd like to finish better this week?
We had a great race car, led a lot of laps, and it's always tough being the guy that leads the most laps. It just seems that that car rarely pulls into victory lane. I had a bad restart or two at the end, which the 22 had a great restart on both of those and got on by me. So even if I'm telling myself this, even if I'm in control of the event all day long, you got to be prepared for little sprint runs at the end and solid restarts.
Okay, we'll take our next question up here just from Steve.
Steve Richards with PRN. Can you talk about how your car is in race trim, how good it is, your teammates, and could this be another Hendrick win amongst any one of you?
I feel like our pace is good. I wasn't real happy with the balance of the car, but the speed is in it. It was just real uncomfortable to drive. The different tire combination that we have here, I guess it's elevated the speed some, but it's also changed the balance of the car for us, and it's made the car much looser. So just trying to understand how much we need to tighten the car up, how to go about tightening the car up, and then going into a race, what's track going to do there? And with the rain and all that's been going on, there is going to be some guessing, and we need to make sure that we have adjustability built into the car so that we can tighten it up if we need to, or free the car up through spring rubbers, shock pulls. There's always track bar and wedge, but having some other big components in the car where we can shift the balance so that we're not pinned into something come race time. In our team debrief, Jeff was very happy. Casey was happy. Junior was happy at points. I think as the track was thoroughly rubbered in. The grip was down, and all 4 of our cars were fighting a similar issue at that point. But you know, I think everybody feels pretty good about it. It was nice to see Jeff so optimistic about his car. You know, he's been, as we all know, has been through a tough stretch here. We got Casey victory lane last week, which was awesome. Junior's been knocking on the door, and we've got to get that 24 car higher in points. We don't want to let the boss down. We want to get all 4 in the chase.
Okay, go ahead with your question, Reed.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Jimmie, if I'm not mistaken, I think your last poll was here in September 2010. You've had a lot of close calls since then, but are you surprised that it's been that long at this point?
Kind of. I mean, qualifying's never been my strong suit, but man, I've been second a lot. I'm tired of being second in qualifying, but it is what it is. You know, there's I go out there on the track, and I just got to take care of it and do a little better job there. But a lot of second place qualifying efforts.